Oh my day.
It's so good. It's like, well, it's sour and it's like more fruity vibe.
Like a cider?
No,
Oh, okay.
Like a ginger beer? Is that considered sour
No,
beer?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Well,
What's that? No. Bellwoods? No.
no. Yes, I did. I went there with Guillaume once, and it was amazing. A beer, incredible. It
Really?
tastes like juice. Yeah.
Really? Never had it. What's your go-to drink? Like your drink of choice?
I would say a beer.
Really?
Yeah, probably like a classic. Like a Stella or like a Corona.
That's kind of the go-to, yeah. Like Stella, if I pick a
Yeah.
beer, like
Imported.
yeah, or if I'm at like a game or something, like TFC, like I'll get a beer and I'll usually
Yeah.
get a Stella or something. But
Heineken.
yeah, I'm not crazy about.
Ooh, light beer or regular beer?
Regular beer for sure. Light beer, I think it tastes like piss. Sorry.
No, I'm a light beer guy.
No,
I
but
just
it's
don't
because
drink it enough. Like,
It's just too heavy. If you have like, think about over the course of a sporting event, you have 4 drinks.
Yeah.
Okay, you have 4 regular beers.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel heavy.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel lighter only because I feel if I drink like strong alcohol, like vodka or something like that,
That's my go-to.
I get drunk really like fast.
Yeah.
And I don't like I like being in control of myself.
That's fair.
Like having some good conversations
Yeah.
and still remember it in the next morning.
Yeah. That's true.
Very fair.
See, I don't drink beer because I'll just burp nonstop and it's gross.
And if you meet a girl,
yeah, like I don't know, I don't know what it. I could chug like I don't drink a lot of pop, but I could chug like a Coke Zero. I think I burped like once. If I have beer, I could stop drinking it
Yeah,
and
I
I just
know.
like
I know.
residual burps.
Did you guys see
And
that,
It's bad. Like it's like
it's
so
pretty
supposed to,
intense. Pretty intense.
Get some
Yeah.
like it's not.
Have
good.
you
gotta
guys
do
seen that challenge online where I think it's the Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke challenge?
Yeah, those.
You drink a can
It's
of
crazy.
pop without burping, and it's like you just watch the people like explode on the inside. It's hilarious.
Never seen
Yeah, but it's dangerous though.
Is it dangerous?
Is it?
Well, I mean, I saw.
I can't do it physically. I can't do it.
I saw that video, and honestly, I got scared. Like I couldn't even watch it till the end because I was like,
Well, you
I
watch it.
was
Some
getting
people try
anxious.
not to burp and they end up throwing up.
Oh,
Yeah, and
crazy.
it's like coming out of their. No, I don't even want to go there. No, I would never like do that. Or like when people put like menthol in their
Yeah,
Mentos,
that one's
whatever?
fun to watch.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You flip
Yeah,
it
that-
upside
that
down,
was-
it like shoots up like
yeah,
a rocket
that was
ship.
cool. That was cool though.
Just
I
picture
remember.
those people who like have the Coke bottle in front of them and they'll just like shoot the Mentos in and they like blast. it
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
face. Yeah.
And it was like trending during
Some
like
people make some crazy videos online.
yeah,
Like just some crazy content. Like what would make you want to do that? Like just get blasted in the face with Coca-Cola.
Well, I mean, especially now in 2022, like the only point of like what you do is to entertain, and with social media now, it's so much easier than before. You can do like one video and suddenly it goes viral, and it's just like it's happening, and you're like the superstar after on social media.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. People get just like creative to do some crazy stuff, I guess.
I think also COVID played a little bit of this because you're
Yeah.
at home, you got more time, you're not really doing much. It's like, hey, what do I have in my house? Like, think about how many people were doing banana bread or what was the banana bread at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody made banana bread. It's like, hey, like, do people even eat it? Like,
the easiest thing in the world to bake as
yeah,
well.
no, like, I don't even know
Yeah.
that many people that like banana bread.
Yeah.
Like, you go to Starbucks, the only thing that's always left there at the end of the day is the banana bread.
Nah, I went through a
That
phase.
is
I went through
so
a phase.
true.
I went through a phase like high school, right? Like I was like obsessed with banana bread.
Really?
It was a short time, I think, but
Bro, I think you were obsessed with all foods.
probably at one time or another. Like right now, it's
You've
pizza.
known each other since high school?
No, just after. We met in
Okay.
in 2008.
Yeah,
Wow.
first university.
Wow.
We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, too long.
And we've done so much. We've done so much together that it's probably like double the time. in
Well,
like
actually-
human years.
At first, I thought you guys were brothers. I was sure you were brothers.
Who's
We
the
get
older
that
one?
pretty often.
Who's the older one?
Yeah.
That's hard to say, though. I don't know. Who is your favorite artist?
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I'm Justin Timberlake.
My favorite artist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, if you had to choose between Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
You like Bieber more than Timberlake?
I actually think his songs are catchy.
What?
I was never a big JT guy. My first concert ever was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. NSYNC.
And you
I
picked
think.
Bieber?
Yeah, his songs are catchy.
That's fair.
Wait, you never liked Justin
I
Timberlake?
didn't like him. Just asked who do I like
Are we
more?
leaving?
Are you a Timberlake fan?
The biggest. I've been listening
guys are
to
like
his
best friends
music.
now.
Yeah, for like.
Like, we know when he plays
Since
2 shows in
forever.
Toronto, I go to both.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like,
Definitely. I mean, maybe not right
Maybe
now.
I
because
should be the one to
tickets-
leave now.
Because like, I mean, tickets to show now to every show are like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
But for sure, I remember when he came to Montreal, I missed it because I was working, and I remember I was on set and I was crying like between my breaks because I was like, I can't believe that I'm missing right now the show of Justin Timberlake. I was so pissed.
Were you a fan when it was still like NSYNC? Or were you a Backstreet Boys fan?
But those are 2 different groups. What?
JT was NSYNC. So were you a
Yeah.
fan of Justin Timberlake when he was with NSYNC?
You said Backstreet Boys.
Or I said, were
Or
you an NSYNC or a
Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
Boys?
Oh,
person?
sorry. I
Yeah,
just got
I
confused
was-
with the question there.
No, because I was
That's where we were going.
not a JT fan until after NSYNC. I was Backstreet Boys like diehard.
Honestly,
Didn't care for NSYNC.
I never really listened to on how does it call
NSYNC?
NSYNC, yeah.
Yeah?
Like I know some songs,
Wait, sorry, how old
but
are you though?
I'm 22.
Okay, so you weren't.
So
even
like
really
I'm still a
around for-
baby,
yeah,
you
you
know.
weren't-
Yeah. So who's
Oh
older?
yeah. I cannot say. I think you guys are the same age, and I would guess like maybe
Be careful here.
I know. I would guess maybe 35.
That's close. That's fair.
30, yeah,
How
32.
can you say it?
32, yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
30, like
Pretty
between
close.
32
Would've been nicer if you said
We
32.
were,
28
we were
or
away
29
for
or
a
whatever.
bachelor party last weekend, so we probably look a little older. We're pretty weathered. We're still catching up on sleep.
Who got married?
One of our best friends is
yeah.
getting married in August, so we were in New York for the bachelor party.
Oh my god, that must have been a crazy bachelor party. Bachelor party.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. It was only like 2 days, and like I felt like I was in New York for a year.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Like it was really, really fun. Like that was a lot of fun. That was our first bachelor party, I think. Who else? John. Sorry,
John's?
So your
You've had
friends
other
are getting
ones
married
in
now.
in our group of friends. Pardon me.
Your friends are getting married like now.
Yeah,
you're
like, started
kind
to.
of
We're at that age.
I mean, I've
That
gone
age.
like my brother. I went to his like bachelor party, and my brother-in-law, I think I went to. But like in our close, like a immediate group of friends,
Yeah.
like most, I think half are in relationships.
no, majority are. In
Majority
serious relationships.
Just, yeah,
except for
two.
me and the
Yeah.
other guy. One of the
Yeah.
other guys. DB. Shout out to you.
the other guy.
the other guy.
Okay, but to jump back about this, the JT solo
Yeah.
or NSYNC, whatever.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about something about like solo careers. I heard something recently that I don't know if you guys heard about this. BTS is splitting up.
no.
Boom.
I've never been a fan.
Breaking
but
news.
No.
I read it this morning. I thought that was crazy.
Is there a reason?
I don't know. They're doing like solo
never.
projects.
Honestly, they never give reasons. Like the Beatles, when they split, you know, everyone knew that it was because
Money.
they didn't get along or stuff like that, and like you know, John Lennon wanted to go his own way, and then they came back and blah blah.
Yeah.
But they never actually explained the reason, and you actually know it when like you're reading the
bio.
bio and
autobiography.
stuff like that. But
Well, it's like with who's Harry Styles before?
One Direction, yeah.
I mean, I can't remember. He's catchy too. He's sick. But like him, it's probably because like he could probably make a shitload more money solo. Yeah,
Destiny's
you
Child.
it's
Yo.
99% of the time it's because
but-
there's one person who has
The Backstreet Boys, there wasn't.
JT.
No, that's
You're-
NSYNC.
I'm saying you. Well, why did JT break off from Lance Bass?
Yeah, JT.
I wonder why.
So
Yeah.
funny enough about NSYNC, Joey Fatone or whatever his name is the second most famous guy from that band, and he's still like a nobody.
Was he the host of a show or something?
He's like a host of
yeah,
like a
but for
cooking
sure,
show
if you
now.
compare, like, if you're comparing to Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
But Backstreet Boys, like none of them really made it, and that's why they're doing the comeback tour now, which I'm also going to that concert.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's July 31st or something. Molson Amphitheater or Budweiser.
If it was
No.
any other guest, like we'd be like, okay, cool, whatever. So
Yeah,
you see
she
Rick
loved it.
smiling
Oh my
because
God, she's
how
like-
happy you're getting.
Lily, if you're here, I'll bring you with me.
oh my
I'll bring you
God,
with
I
me.
would be freaking out. Like,
There we go.
I'm a fan of Backstreet Boys.
Who's your favorite member of the Backstreet Boys?
That is hard to say because I love them all. That is too hard to say. Oh my
George,
God.
who's yours too?
It's so difficult. Like, it's
Who's
a
the tall
hard
guy,
question.
Kevin? The goatee?
Kevin. Yeah, Kevin was the old guy.
Yeah.
AJ was the cool one.
The worst.
Yo.
Kevin is the worst one.
But it's like-
I couldn't even tell you what he sounds like. I don't think I ever heard him say a word. He's in the background like he's like the baritone guy who just like.
Man, don't talk shit. What if we get him on the pod or something? You never know.
Let's get him
Be
on the
careful,
pod.
Be careful.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm honestly talking shit. I have no idea. The first concert I ever went to, I think, was Backstreet Boys. I think I was like.
I think you just said it was NSYNC. Like
One of them.
10 minutes ago.
But like,
Actually,
it's like asking, who do you like best between like your mom and your dad? You can never like really. Yeah, well, wait. And yeah, in some situations,
yes,
maybe,
I understand.
but in general, it's like, who do you like best? And it's just like, you can't really answer there because like,
So
there's
basically,
no right
what you're
answer.
saying is every member of Backstreet Boys is your idol.
Yo,
Equally.
my babies.
Equally.
baby.
You're literally
Babies.
young enough to be their daughter.
Yeah, I
Literally.
guess. But that's a detail. That's I mean,
Semantics.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
if like one of them would be like hitting on me or whatsoever, I mean, it would be like the exception, I think. Yeah, for sure. Just because like there's Backstreet Boys.
So who would you want? Who would, if one of them could hit on you at a bar, who would you want to hit on you?
I was going to say fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, that is.
Are we allowed
so
to ask
hard.
that?
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah. Okay, go. Fuck, marry, kill. Backstreet Boys edition.
But wait, I don't have my phone, but I gotta check like again because like I've been seeing some pictures. Like if I compare it to like
Yeah, exactly. Like today.
exactly like
Today, I bet you Kevin's the biggest stud.
okay, wait, let me. Check.
So, complete side note. You guys see Aaron Carter?
No.
He's
No.
Nick Carter's little brother. You guys remember?
Yes,
So
that
yeah.
we kind of figured.
Well,
yeah.
just making sure everyone's on the same page. He's like crazy.
What
Like
does that mean?
face fully tatted.
What?
Like got in a celebrity boxing match with Lamar Odom. Got like beat up by
Yeah?
Lamar Odom. Yeah. It's just wild. We'll talk about it off air, but yeah, just crazy.
Crazy.
Like actually crazy.
Okay, so that one, just to be sure. Wait, which one is Kevin again?
Kevin's the tall one with the goatee.
With the goatee.
Second from
yeah,
the left.
exactly.
You guys had a goatee
That
from
one.
birth.
Yeah.
Then
AJ's on the left.
yeah,
That's Nick.
Nick.
I think that's Brian.
Brian?
Maybe. And then the other guys.
Joey. No? That's
No.
NSYNC.
I forget that guy's name.
That guy's
No.
Brian.
I
That
think
guy's
he-
Brian.
Yeah, but he
He
he's
came
so
out.
cute.
He came out. I'm pretty sure.
He's the guy with, remember, do you ever hear the story like had the hole in his heart or something? Back in the day, way back when. I think it's the same person I'm thinking of. I remember hearing some like rumor that he had to have like some sort of
don't
surgery.
know.
When I was like young, I remember this. One of the members, I think it was the guy Brian,
George-
Dangerous,
had
George-
like a
bro.
literal like heart thing, like a heart hole in his heart, and had to have surgery for it.
George
Oh my
passed
God.
on a chain email once because pass this on for Brian to get better because he's got a hole in his heart or else he
Honest-
dies.
That's probably where I saw it. Someone's like MSN bio,
Yeah.
like pray
Oh
for
my God.
pray for Brian. I'm like, what happened to Brian? Did you hear?
I need to send that chain link email now.
Danielle, Google it.
Oh my god.
I'm not
wait.
crazy. Health
Health
okay.
issues.
He had health issues. He had a heart condition. Boom.
Hole in his heart.
Oh my god.
Heart.
6 weeks old. At 5 years, he was hospitalized for 2 months. Back to
Heart
Murmur's
murmur,
like
yeah.
a hole in your heart. This
Probably
is-
what I heard murmur as a kid. You're thinking like it's something bad, you know?
murmur hole.
I think it's something like that. Yeah, but I was right. Told you guys.
Okay, let's
Okay,
get back
so
Number
who-
one,
Fuck,
Backstreet
marry,
Boys
kill.
fan.
Okay, so I think I would marry. It's because I think he's so cute, but I can't remember his name.
Brian.
Brian.
I think it's Brian.
The hole in his
Yeah.
heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Good for
I think
you.
he's just so cute. Like when he's performing, he's just like, yeah, like I don't
Okay,
know.
I feel
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I will marry him because like he's too sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would kill. I think I would kill Nick. Is that
That's
his
a
name?
hot
Let's
take.
see.
Nick's the.
No, that's
Oh.
Kevin.
That's Kevin. Okay, yeah, that's
Boy.
Kevin.
My boy Kevin.
No, and I would. I would. I would fuck Nick. And I would.
Oh, that's
I feel
pretty
like that was
obvious.
most-
I would.
most
Yeah,
of them.
and I would kill Kevin because I'm not a fan of the
goatee.
goatee. You know, it's
Damn.
just it's not working for
Kevin,
me.
man.
Man, sorry, Kevin.
We're gonna Kevin on
But
here.
I mean, it's more also like of their talent. You know, like when I see a video of them live, I'm like I go with the vibe, and it's the same when I meet people like in real life. You know, like I could. Yeah, I mean, maybe it would be different if I would actually have a conversation with them, and then
That's
I could
fair.
really, because
You
now
go
you
with the vibes, yeah.
yeah, you go with the vibes, but now you're only like focusing on their
Physical appearance, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Brian was one of the most talented, actually.
Yeah.
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 Even when I saw him
Yeah.
perform a
So
couple
this
years
is how
ago.
the talent scout said.
That's what I said. I don't know. Well, he got the mic. He had the most amount of mic time. That's how I would assume.
Well,
you can,
that means a lot in a boys
Right, it
band.
does.
Like if you're the one getting more like mic time, it means like you're the one kind of stealing the show.
yeah.
Vibe.
Who do you think is the most? I don't know how to phrase this to get like an objective answer, but the most popular boy band of all time.
Oh, honestly,
I have an easy
I think,
answer to that. The Beatles.
Yeah. Well,
I guess they're a boy band. That's true.
yeah, but I would not define them as a
But at the
boy
time,
band.
I would agree
No,
with
they
you.
were
But at the
definitely
time,
a
they're
boy band.
probably like they would be considered like
They were
Yeah.
they were
rock
teenagers,
kind of.
early 20s. That's a boy
Yeah,
band.
yeah, and I mean there was this whole Beatle mania.
No,
They
were
didn't.
like-
no, they didn't
rock-
dance,
they
but
were like rock-
they played
like
the
rock
guitar.
band.
Girls
they
loved them.
would
That's a
dance.
fucking boy band. I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
they would dance for sure, but exactly that's the difference. Like I mean, boy band.
yeah, yeah.
is that the
Exactly.
difference?
I'd say-
Yeah.
The most popular boy band to date is Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Really?
Like you looked at that's what it says, or you just?
Yeah, but how do you?
I don't know.
I would say One Direction.
I don't know.
Yeah, but how do you
Maybe
even define that? Like, is it most
Most-
number one singles?
most fans or maybe number one singles? Yeah, but ticket
Ticket
sales.
sales.
Yeah.
I'd probably argue like I don't know, man. BTS probably up there.
It says many first consider
The Beatles.
Beatles as a boy band.
Rick is the smartest guy in this room.
I basically write for US Weekly. A couple typos in there.
I think it's
mine.
pronounced
Wow.
Us Weekly.
Is it?
US Weekly. I don't know. I think it's Us Weekly.
I say Us Weekly,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was
and
US
it's
Weekly.
U.S.
I don't know.
That's how much I know about
We're
tabloids.
all very confused here.
Yeah.
Rick is really messing with our minds on this episode. Like, Rick is just all over the place.
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
whatever.
The Jackson 5. That was
Oh, the Jackson 5. Yeah, yeah, Jackson 5 for sure.
But still, like, I'm telling you, man, BTS has the whole Asian market. Like, that's like, they gotta be
K-pop.
I'm telling you, they gotta be the biggest.
Yeah, people go crazy with them, and I mean, I get the whole vibe, but yeah,
Boom.
If you could perform in a band, would you want to perform with men or women? If you were in a band, boy band or girl band?
I think that if it
And George,
like
you too, actually.
would be a girl band, it would be like super, powerful because like we're women, and it'd just be like the comeback of like Destiny's Child and
Spice Girls. Shit
yeah,
like
Spice Girls, and I think there's more like boys band than like girls band. So yeah,
that. That's a fair assumption.
I think yeah, it would be like way cooler to have like to bring back that
Just like
that vibe.
trio, yeah.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Like every time, even now when I listen to some Destiny's Child, and I mean I love Beyonce, I love all of her songs, but there's nothing that beats that trio. It's just like so amazing. So like there's some classic, like Say My Name, like Independent Woman, stuff like that. Always hyping me up. So yeah.
Those songs came out before you were born, I think.
Well, not don't exaggerate. I mean,
Yeah, you were born in 2000, so
and 99. I'm not a 2000 baby.
Oh, you're 99. Oh,
Okay,
she's
cool.
a 90s.
99. I'm still.
released in 99.
So if we go based on month born, we're close.
God.
Anyways,
Yeah.
You know, just thinking about. Sorry, this is complete like kind of separate, but like the two of the Spice Girls have probably more wealthy after their career because one's married to Beckham and one is married to the what's his name, Christian Horner. Like,
Oh, yeah?
man, probably even making cake these days. Anyways, really random. I don't know how that clicked. Yeah, Dan, you don't know this? Ginger Spice is married to. You didn't know that? You of all people didn't know that. Yeah, she'll try to survive. Jerry Halliwell. She's married to
Mind
Christian Horner.
blown.
It's also why I
For
hate
real?
that team even more. She had the races too. She was at the track this year. Did you know that? You knew that.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
didn't
didn't know
that.
too.
Really? Wait, sport.
Played like one of the characters on the certain like they.
Wait, what's the circle?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I actually watched that.
Oh yeah, this.
No? Yeah, there's two of them. Baby and.
I loved Baby Spice. Oh man, I loved
I don't know that.
Oh, I loved her.
What?
Yeah.
Like it's an artist?
Like two, yeah.
You didn't know Spice Girls. One of
You
them
never
was
see-
Baby
Yeah.
Spice.
Didn't you see
Baby
that?
Spice, Sporty Spice,
Oh yeah,
Posh
yeah, okay.
Spice,
Yeah, for sure.
Ginger Spice, and Scary Spice.
There were 5.
Yeah. But yeah, Ginger's married
Remember
to...
It's Raining Men after? She came out with that one, that cover?
No, I don't remember that.
No?
I just know
Okay.
she's married to the guy who is principal for Red Bull team. Because I remember they showed an episode at like their house, and I was like, I don't know why. I was like, this lady kind of looks familiar, but like... Yeah, and their house is sick. It's like in like Essex or something in the countryside. And it's a
Yeah, for
fucking
sure. It's like a
mansion.
big house. Though.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
Crazy.
all of his stars, like especially like Hollywood stars, and it's like it's so crazy. Like when you see stars that, like in LA or stuff like that, like with paparazzi and stuff, I could never like.
Yeah.
It looks so intense. Like they've followed you everywhere, and it's just.
Which is also like that's very true. Crazy to think about that. Like David Beckham and Victoria Beckham have been together for like I feel like since probably before the early '90s. Like they've been together so long, and like they're still like they lived in They played soccer in LA for the last probably 20 years ago. I think he went there, and like
Now they live in Miami.
yeah, and they're just like that's crazy for like a celebrity like relationship. That's pretty cool, man. 20 years. That's crazy.
20 years. Whew.
Their son just got married. I don't know how I know this stuff. But I don't follow.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
follow
like,
any like any like.
Their wedding was in '99.
Another 99 thing. There you go.
99
It's a
was
great
the
year.
year.
Wayne Gretzky retired.
Did he?
Yeah.
It was the year 99. That is for sure. That is. For,
And the Man U player's mom was in '97.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Fun
Good for them.
facts.
They are
Yeah.
taking. Anyways, enough about this tabloids and stuff that I don't pay attention to for sure.
Yeah, like,
I gotta be honest. I actually like I don't follow like gossip or pop culture any of this stuff. I just like if I see it somewhere,
but the guy knows
I
everything.
remember things that are super random and irrelevant and useless.
George sees those like front pages as he's like checking out
Yeah.
at the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
Sees that tabloid
Yeah.
and somehow brings it up in the.
And I'll tell you the last one I saw. Apparently Jeff Bridges is not doing well. How is Jeff Bridges the guy who's in he's in the first Iron Man, he's the villain. I was leaving Metro and I look over and I see like Jeff Bridges and I'm like, oh, Jeff Bridges. And he's like Jeff Bridges, something about has like cancer or something. Like, that's terrible for Jeff Bridges.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think you know who Jeff Bridges
I
is.
don't know who, but it's sad. It's sad. Well,
Should be
there's.
laughing at
Yeah.
someone. Yeah.
No, sorry,
I'm not laughing at Jeff Bridges.
Yeah,
I'm laughing at
how I
George.
know these like
Yeah.
I'm
stupid
laughing at
things.
George.
I'm
That's
laughing
very
at George.
different.
Yeah. Let's reel it back a little bit.
Really?
I guess we'll stay on this music topic because we're doing good on this music topic. We haven't really spoke about your music yet, but we're on this
Yeah.
music topic right now. And guess on that note, I came to watch your showcase.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Thanks.
Song Honest. I was saying this before. I listened to Honest on the way here today, and yeah, it's a great record. I love it. But
you.
when you perform it, I love it 10 times more.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah?
thought you like fucking killed it. I was mesmerized. I was like, this girl's fucking killing it.
Oh wow, that's such a compliment. Thank you so much because
Is it a compliment? Because I was thinking, I'm like, can I say this? I'm like, yeah. If as long as you say you really
Yeah.
liked it, like, because most artists, at least I found, either sound the same as their record or not as good as their record.
For
Most
sure.
people,
for sure.
like
Completely.
your record, I thought was way better in person.
Well,
Like your voice, like like everything.
well, that's so cool to hear because like I'm more of a performer. Like I've been doing shows since I was like 7 years old because my dad is also a musician. So I was, playing with him, going on stage with him. So I guess that once I'm on stage, I just become this other person. I feel at my place. I feel like I belong there. So I guess I give more maybe, or just like my vibe is different. And I mean, for me, that is a compliment because like I was
And I
telling,
mean it as one, yeah.
well, thank you. Like I was telling Ali before coming here, my goal is like if people who listens to my music can feel what I sing, I mean, that's my goal, to make them feel what I felt writing that song at that moment and just like, yeah, being connected to them. So when I do live music, that's my main goal,
I think it's important because music does bring emotion, and like when you feel something listening to a song, and like a lot of your songs give you that kind of like romantic, like lovely feeling, right?
A lot of heartbreaks.
Yeah, and when you listen to it, it makes you feel something, right? And it's some songs obviously you don't really feel anything, right? It's like you just listen and it's background music, whatever. But yours, it's if you feel something. I remember watching. I'm with Alyssa, and we went. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like, Alyssa, I love you, man. Like, it's one of my good friends. I was like, I love you, man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That was the first time I ever heard your music. Ali sent us she sent us like the showcase.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
So we got there just at the end of Preston's set, and then there was someone after Preston. I can't remember who.
It was
And then you came out to close the show.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was the third artist.
Oh no. Oh, so I just left after you or something.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. But no, we hadn't. Like, it was actually my first time performing my new songs and songs that, aren't even out yet. So I was very nervous. And it was the first time also performing with my new band and in Toronto also. So I wanted to make sure that I was making a good impression. And fun fact, we went to lunch today with some people in my team. And for the first time, someone recognized me here in Toronto. And she was like, were you singing at the Drake Hotel a few weeks back? And I was like, yeah. She was like, oh my God, it's you, blah, blah. And she was like, you were amazing. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was about to cry. Like, it was my first time being recognized here. So it was really like a strange feeling, but a good feeling at the same time.
That's awesome.
So no, and my team is just amazing here. And I've, they've been really helping me through a lot of stuff and some stuff that I didn't know about before, like with, negotiations and stuff like that, streaming and some, the platforms and social media and like, being prepared for the playlist and stuff like that. And before, when I was independent, it wasn't something like I would like thought about it, but not as much as like now, So this is still very new to me. So I'm still adjusting, but I'm very happy to be here and just like to be able to share my music. I've been dreaming about this since forever, So being able to do it now, it's pretty amazing.
Did you always know you wanted to be a singer?
Always. I mean, the first time I saw my dad, I remember he was singing alone with his guitar, and I was like blinded by like his talent. Like I was just like, oh my God, that guy is amazing, and he's my dad. And I was like, one day I want to be on that stage, and one day, I want for the people to, listen to me and just like appreciate what I'm doing. So after that show, I remember I told my dad, hey Dad, like I want to do that too. I want to come on stage with you. And he was like, well, if you want to do that, you got to work. You got to practice before and blah, blah. I was like, okay, I'm on it. 7-year-old me. And I remember the first song, the two first songs that I learned was Let It Be and Hallelujah. And I remember I performed it, and I was so nervous. I had my like some lyrics, like the lyrics in my hand while performing, even though like I knew. But and I remember people were stopping by and actually like they were listening to me, and at that moment I knew, I was like, okay, I want to do that more often. So I practiced a lot, and became, popular when I was like 15 and in the eye of the media and the public. So it was very hard, but yet amazing for me to be living this at 15 years old, like nearly 15 years old. And yeah, it was difficult at some times, but at the same time, I'm very grateful to have been able to do my career since that time. So yeah, no, I guess I've known my whole life. Yeah.
Since 1999.
Yeah, since 1999. I was born. My mom always say, like, the classic moms, she's like, yeah, no, she used to sing before she could talk, and she used to dance before she could walk, like stuff like that. I'm like, Mom, just stop it. And she used to say that like in like all of the interviews that I did at the time, and it was like a classic phrase. And I was like, Mom, stop it. You're embarrassing. You know, moms, how they are. But I love my mom, though. I love you, Mom. Yeah.
Which part of the process or of the like just of being an artist brings you the most joy? One thing.
Like I said, I guess live shows. It's very different, like being in studio, because the thing is, when you're in a session, it could get really intense, like because you're opening up about like a situation that happened to you, and you want to write down your feeling. Like you're literally putting your heart on the table because you wanted people to feel what you felt when you were in studio that day. And so sometimes it can be pretty hard, but once you perform these songs live, you can bring that feeling like on stage. So I guess, yeah, that's what I like the most about being an artist.
You said something that just reminded me of something I read. And correct me if I'm wrong. You said that with this new record with IDC, I don't care. I'm assuming is what it stands for. That you before this you had like you didn't have the easiest time really opening up and like sharing like how you really felt, but this one it came more naturally to you. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, because that song IDC I remember because it was during the pandemic, and it was on a Zoom call, which I hate because you cannot like really connect with people and stuff like that.
We say the same thing all the time when we were doing podcasts on Zoom. The worst.
Sorry,
not the worst, guys. Anyone who we did a podcast with on Zoom, we love you. But yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, it's just different. It's not the same vibe, like you're not connecting as much as you would do when you see the person.
100%.
So yeah, I did that song with Luca Fagali, and he was like in BC at that time, I think. And he was like, what do you want to write about today? And I was like, I don't know. And he started asking me questions about what really hurt me in my young life. And I started to talk about my first relationship that like went on and off for like 7 years, and really like it broke me so much, and I never really like talked about it, and I just started to cry, and it was like this weight just lifted off my shoulders once I wrote that song. And from that moment I realized that, okay, this is the kind of song I want to do. I want to talk about real stuff. I want to talk about what really moves me and what's really important to me. And because if I'm talking about a situation that I never went through, for me it's not real, and for me it's not honest. And the same thing with Honest, my second single. I mean, my ex-boyfriend and I, we were like in a tough situation, and I felt like so bad when we were at the session, because I was like, I don't know what to do. And we just wrote about that, and I was like, yeah, I love that song because it's true to me. And I think that's, like I said, that's the most important thing when you're writing a song. If it's honest, people are gonna like it. So yeah, I would say that it's very different from what I used to do before, because it would be more like people giving me some lyrics. Like I would write down like my ideas for sure, and we would like work around that. But now it's very more me and like working with some other people about my stories. So yeah,
it's so funny because we've had I don't know how many musicians on the podcast now, and basically everyone kind of says the same thing: heartbreak and sad times and like emotional moments write the best songs. Like we had
sure.
I can't remember who it was, maybe Peter Takis actually, and he said a story how when he was like the happiest in his life, his career was going good, his music was out and like on the record or on the radio, he's making money, he's touring, his relationship with his girlfriend was great. He wrote the worst songs ever. 6 months later, all his records are off the radio. Him and his girlfriend break up. He's like not touring. He's at home by himself, and he's just writing the best songs ever. He's like, man, that's how you go when you're in that like kind of emotional headspace.
And that's the thing with artists. I feel like
Taylor Swift. She does it all the
we're
time.
gonna put ourselves in situations that deep down, well, for me, I know that it's gonna hurt me on the long run, but I still do it because I feel like it's gonna inspire me, you know, which is kind of weird to say and kind of selfish to say because like I take advantage of like situations to write in my songs, you know,
As you should, right?
yeah, because I mean, yeah, it's just it makes hits.
It's just interesting because that's probably one of the only industries where like being miserable is good for your career.
Yeah,
Like honestly, maybe
Kind-
like
like-
fitness.
Being miserable is the right
not
word.
miserable,
Just
but like
going
very
through, I
emotional.
would say going through adversity is a better way to put it.
yeah.
Just be angry and sad all the time, and you'll be a
But,
pop star.
I mean, it's cool also when it's different, like when it's happier vibe, because I feel that now, especially like in 2022 with the COVID and like everything that's been going on since the past years, a lot of drama is going on. And I feel like we as artists need to bring back that joy that I feel like people were having before. Like I feel that now with social media, it's so easy to just lose yourself in that and to just get into the middle of that without really wanting to. You know, I remember when I used to see like people doing some TikToks at the beginning of TikTok. I was like, oh, that's so lame. I was like, why people like taking the time to do some videos and blah, blah. And now that I'm on TikTok, I'm like addicted to it, you know? And I'm just like, it's so cool. It's so much fun. But that is what social media like
That's fair.
does to
That's
us.
the most people. It's
It's a rabbit hole of social media.
yeah. We've talked about this probably more times than I've talked about my drum story. So I don't want you to go down that rabbit hole, but it's it's people really. The last couple of years, definitely put people into a weird state, and also like created this like feedback loop where we're so used to like being at home, being inside, not being out in public, you know, being locked in. So you rely on, you know, having these virtual like connections and relationships,
Yeah.
whether it's Zoom, whether it's TikTok, whatever it is,
And I think that
FaceTime, all these things.
for some reasons, social media can be awesome to talk about, you know, many things and to be open about stuff. And now in our generation, you know, like even like sexuality or stuff like that, or like medication or like mental health issues, you know, we talk about it more, and I think it's good. So of course there's some positive things about social media, but I think also it can be like really toxic if you're 24/7 on it.
The biggest thing, like if you, in the grand scheme, I would, this is just a guess, but I would venture to guess that social media has brought more like net positivity to the world in terms of what it's done. Like not, you can think about it from any different angle, like connecting people that you otherwise wouldn't talk to, giving you information at your fingertips. There's
Creating
infinite
jobs.
things. There's things creating jobs, creating new types of jobs, new industries, like everything. The thing is too is that no one's ever gonna come out. The news are not gonna come out and say, "Wow, look how great Instagram is. It lets you see what your friends are doing all the time." Like there's an added or like a saying in media: if it bleeds, it leads. Right? So people share bad news, and it makes people say, "Oh, look, my life's not as bad as this person's," and all these things. So. That's the thing too. Like everyone talks about social media, and do I think that it can be a time suck and a time waste? Sure, but like there's still some good that comes out of it.
For sure.
It's just the important thing too is for people to be able to, like, to your point, is like disconnect and find maybe other creative releases as well, because like again, spending all that time at home behind screens, we were forced to do that, and like that's kind of the, you have to do it to kind of keep doing your job, to get entertained, to keep in touch with people. So you were kind of thrust into doing that. Now to your point about like music bringing people out and all that stuff, like I think that, and I think people are like getting to that point now where they say, okay, I have to like disconnect, get out of the house more, you know, put my headphones in and go for walks rather than, you know, just FaceTiming family all the time, and go see them.
But I mean, if COVID had happened in, I don't know, 2003, you know, would it be different? I know.
The same.
Well, I think it would have been different.
It'd be relative. It'd be the same. It's all relative.
Yeah, but no social media were there. Like you didn't have phones.
You had Google. You had.
I mean, in the 50s, you know.
had just instant chat. You had like AOL, Instant Messenger.
Okay, yeah.
It's a different time. It's just, again, it's relative.
For sure,
Yeah,
for
MSN
sure.
was around in 03.
Netflix was around. You used to have to rent DVDs.
No, in 2003.
they were
Netflix came out in
boxes.
1995, I think.
What?
And you basically have to go to like a grocery
A gas
store
station.
and
Gas
like go to the
station.
red box and put your thing in, take it out, no late. Netflix's first value proposition, why they became big, is they eliminated late fees. So you could go rent a DVD from like a red box and you never had a late fee. So
Oh
that
my
that's on.
God.
Yeah, see, like that's
I
what
didn't
I mean.
know that.
That's what
I
mean.
thought
It's
it was
all-
like a
No.
kind of platform that was like created in like, I don't know, like
Most
2009.
yeah. Most people
and just-
think that, yeah. But they were the first to go to streaming and digital and all that stuff. But yeah, they were like before the .com, before you were born.
Like, is it?
Just no one really nobody really knows that though. I didn't even think I knew it until a couple of years ago. I remember. hearing
But
the
is
story.
it me or like Netflix, like TV shows and stuff like that aren't the best ones? Like, what's on Netflix?
I can talk about this all day.
No, but like, what's on Netflix? Like the movies that they choose and like stuff like that. It's amazing. You know, it's a good chilling day and just like watching some Netflix, and that's cool. But like, Netflix TV shows aren't the best. No.
So Netflix has a few shows that are really, really, really big shows. When Stranger
Yeah.
Things came out, huge. Squid Game's huge. Like Squid Games is still the all-time most watched show. But to
was
your
it
point,
good?
I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it, but it is the all-time highest like viewed like streaming show. I
Yeah,
believe.
because people are talking about it, and it was like,
But exactly, it drives it, right? But to your point, Netflix does one thing really well and has beaten people to the punch so far, and why they're so successful is that they went with like sure quality, but quantity was the name of the game. Because if you think about it, when we used to watch TV, Ali probably like we all know this, you would like know that your show is on at like 7 p.m. You'd be home to watch it, right?
yeah, exactly.
But see, have you ever, anyone in this room ever in your life been like, I have to go to Netflix to like watch this show? Or more often than not, are you turning on Netflix and finding a show to watch?
Well,
The
second
latter.
option for sure.
You
yeah.
typically put it on and like both. Fair. I for me, like I think as most people, like if you're gonna go put something on stream, like I'll put it on, find The Office, put it on
Yeah.
the background. But it's just because I look forever, can't find anything.
Yeah.
So you just pick something.
Yeah.
So that's why Netflix just pumps out content.
Yeah.
Because there's like so many different demographics, so many chances of hitting something.
But again, I feel that social media has like a huge part in that. I mean, like Squid Game, for example. For me, I watched a couple of episodes because like
Everyone talks.
Everyone talked about it.
everyone talked about it. But when I watched it, I was like, the acting is not good for me personally. Like
That's fair.
I'm very like, because I'm an actress too, so for sure I'm gonna watch the way that they act and stuff like that. And I'm like, what is the big deal with that TV show? And it's just because like there was like this hyping thing also on social media, like TikToks and stuff. Like people are talking about it, giving some reviews and stuff like that. So of course you're curious. Same thing with I don't know if you know that show. It's called Top Boy, I think.
I never seen it.
Watched a couple episodes, didn't like it.
Yeah, it's just
But see, that's the thing,
Everyone
though.
talked
Everyone
about
has but even the ones that are highly talked about, Netflix puts something out for everybody. If you actually notice too, there's a lot of like Bollywood type movies out now on Netflix. But to the point of like Squid Games. Squid Games was I think big in the concept of it was big in South Korea before here.
yeah.
And South Korean movies do very well on Netflix. So they have a movie called Train to Busan. There's a couple other ones. Parasite. Like some of the like South Korea is known for obviously K-pop, I guess, and for movies. Like they put out some really, really, really good movies. Not a high volume like let's say Hollywood does, but they put out like some bangers when they do.
I don't know for you guys, but for me, when it's like translated,
It's hard. Yeah.
I can't concentrate. I'm laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Let me ask you: do you watch the movie with the original audio and the subtitles, or do you watch it lip dubbed in English?
No,
Or
original,
French.
original subtitles.
Well, it depends. It depends on like which language it,
Okay, so
it
Squid
is.
Squid
You know?
Games.
Squid Games.
Squid Games,
Would
I
you-
would watch in English.
Like English voice.
Yeah, English
I didn't do
voice
that.
I
and
can't.
Yeah.
I hate
English
subtitles, but I hate when
Yeah.
the words don't match the mouth.
yeah. Well, I feel that if I only watch read the subtitles, I'm not concentrated. You know?
I feel like I'm concentrated more.
Yeah. Well,
don't know.
you're looking
You
at
can't
the
do anything.
subtitles. You know, you're not looking at.
I don't know. That's fair.
I don't
Hey, teach
know.
their own.
I guess it depends. Like if it's Spanish, Like
You speak Spanish?
I don't, but I understand a little bit because like it's close to French. So, but I'll listen to it like in Spanish, like what song? What show was that? Narcos.
Great show.
Yeah.
You know, I was.
Another great Netflix show. Narcos.
Yeah.
is good.
Okay. Yeah.
And Narcos actually I think got like the first season was the best.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the last 2 seasons were really good.
I didn't watch it.
The middle kind of was the man. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was
Narcos
just like,
Mexico
nah.
was really good.
I watch like no TV. I haven't finished Narcos, haven't finished Stranger Things.
But you want to hear the thing? So you can go find any of these good Netflix shows except for maybe Narcos and like Stranger Things, the first few seasons. Every other show I have watched till the last 2 episodes and I never finished them.
Yeah.
I get that to your point of them being good. I would like agree that or maybe it's I'm getting older. I don't know. But I'll start a show. I'll start every show and I just like fade and I'll stop watching.
Well, it
Like, I
depends. You must have like a go-to show.
The Office. Every episode I've watched.
You're
100
the
times.
Office guy.
Yeah.
I'm Friends.
I used
Are
to watch
you?
Friends. When I was younger, I watched Friends. My mom and sister watched it a lot, so I just naturally watched
No, but
it.
it's like honestly, it's like a sickness. Like it's
Same with The
24
Office, yeah.
24/7. Like I can't fall asleep without Friends in the background.
Really, that used to be the Office for me. But the problem is, you fall asleep and then you hear the intro play every time.
Yeah.
and it's annoying to hear it play over and over and over.
See, I can't watch somebody go to bed because I need to finish whatever I'm watching.
Really?
So if I watch a movie in the background, I can't
Even if
sleep
you know-
because I want to watch the movie.
Really?
Because I'm like, what if I like this movie and I fall asleep halfway through? Then I need to watch the second half of it
Yeah,
a
but-
separate
just
time.
watch it again from the part you left
Exactly.
off.
I
Or like
hate
for
it.
something that you know like by heart. You know, like Friends,
I know
I
it
could
by heart,
say
no.
all of the lines.
I could probably recite every episode of Friends or The Office.
Oh yeah?
Every episode. You put
Crazy
it
how
on, I'll
much
tell
TV you guys watch.
I don't actually watch. Like I just put it on the background while I'm doing
Same,
stuff, and I just
same.
remember.
I'm
it.
getting ready, Friends. You know,
Yeah.
all the time. Or this morning I was on the plane, Friends, 24/7.
See, like that's
in
the thing.
my
I can't,
ears.
I only go to I'll only put The Office. I don't watch Friends anymore, if unless it's on TV and I'm like, I have nothing else to watch. The Office, I can't. I only put it on because again, I go to Netflix and I'm like, I've seen all these, browse through all these.
Yeah.
None of them appeal to me. Just put The Office on and do some work.
Yeah, and for me, I remember when I started to heal. Well, not completely, but to heal and accept that I had some anxiety problems. Friends, I felt like they were my friends and they were really there for me. So crazy.
That's fair. I've heard so many kind of stories similar to that.
But
too.
I never believed in that. I remember people were telling me about a TV show or something like that that was really comforting for them. And I was like, nah, I can't. It can't. But for real, whenever I feel anxious or I don't feel good, I just put an episode of Friends and it's it's calming me so much.
Yeah.
It's
Friends
crazy.
is like that because there's so many episodes and there's so many seasons that you can relate so much to the characters. You've
Yeah.
watched these characters go through heartbreak, go through pregnancies, go through wedding and
Exactly,
love.
or
and-
relationships.
Yeah, there's the brother and sister aspect. There's the best friend aspect. The 2 male best friends, the 2 female best friends. You see so many different aspects where it's everybody can relate to it at some point,
Yeah.
and it's. I know exactly what you mean. It's you feel like you're part of the gang. You feel like you're sitting down at the couch with them.
It's really your friends. And I remember when I started the show, when I was younger, because I think I started to really listen to it when I was 19, so almost 4 years ago, and I felt bad for dating, even though at that age, it's okay to just see what you like and what you don't like, which is completely normal. But I was the only friend in my group of friends that was dating, and yeah. And I remember I felt bad. And when I started Friends, they were always going out and dating some new people, and be just oh yeah, I just broke up with that guy, but blah blah. I was like, okay, so that's normal, in your 20s, just experimenting and just discovering what you like and what you don't like I said. So yeah, it really bring me some that feeling that it was okay to.
If you think about this, a fictional cheating situation is like arguably one of the biggest like cheating scandals in the world. The Ross Rachel thing was
Yeah,
Ross
we
cheating.
were on a break. Yeah.
We're on a break. It's like that's like like maybe the second biggest cheating scandal in the world that still gets talked about was like Bill Clinton and Marilyn Monroe, right? Like
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
wasn't it Marilyn
Yeah,
Monroe?
no, it wasn't
Monica
Marilyn.
Lewinsky.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe is.
I think no,
what?
Marilyn Monroe.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monica.
Friends was a cultural like.
It's like it's so massive. Like everybody, it's been off air for what 10 years now,
I think
more.
more than that. It was 1994 till 2004.
There's one in New York too.
No, but the one in New York's
What?
the one in New York's a store, not a pop
That's
up.
a store?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
What? There's a pop up in Toronto?
Yeah, so they have like all the sets set up and you can just like walk around.
what?
Come on.
How come?
She's got to go.
Oh.
Lily, you got to go.
There's
Oh
a
my
pop up in
God.
Toronto that you can go to apparently and take pictures. That's booked till July. Booked up until July.
Oh yeah, I thought it was only in New York. Like I.
So in New York, we drove by. It's an actual store. I don't. It could
I
be a
thought it was
pop
a
up,
pop-up, yeah.
but I don't know. It looked like a store because it's from New York. Like it's NBC. It's
Maybe,
and it's been there for a while.
I have a
Like,
feeling
it's
it's-
not moving. You know, it's just
yeah.
there. But yeah, no, Friends is my go-to. for
If you
sure.
could be on a TV show, be an actress on a TV show other than Friends, what would it be? And then George, to you after.
Wait.
Excuse me. Other than Friends for me.
No, like you it's any
I
show,
could
but
pick
for
any
you
show?
other than Friends.
Like if I could be a
You can
part
be a
of
character.
the team.
Yeah, you can be a character or an actress on any show. Which one would it be other than Friends?
Oh, that's hard. Which show do I really like? Oh, I loved Orange Is the New Black. I
Never
loved.
seen it.
You never
I never
saw?
watched that one
No.
either.
But it's more girly
show?
show, yeah. But yeah, the actresses, it's amazing. You know, it talks about psychology and women, how they act in prison and stuff like that, and how they deal with it, and dirty food and dirty clothes and dirty showers, and you're just like, oh my God, thank God I'm not a criminal, and I don't have to go through that. I mean,
Another
yeah.
Netflix one, yeah.
Yeah.
that's a Netflix show again. Well, okay,
So
forget
Netflix
what I
is
said
producing
then.
bangers.
Yeah, forget what I said then.
George, to you.
CSI.
Really?
Because
Oh, yeah?
the guy goes like, looks like he something pulls a glass
Yeah,
off.
a
I
shitty line.
can't think of a good
Oh.
line right now.
Shitty, yeah.
So I'm obviously very bad at it, but
The shitty
that's
tagline?
yeah, that's what I would do. What about
Yeah, or Suits,
you? Suits was a good show.
because they're always dressed up really nice, and they're all of the characters are just like sexy, So I would like to be a part of that because I feel every time they were on set, they were feeling themselves, which is an amazing feeling.
Absolutely.
Like I was on set for a TV show back in Montreal for about 2 months now, and it just ended. And my role was like amazing. She was like this, sorry my language, but a bitch, clearly. And I never played that kind of role before. And they would put her like in different clothes every time, and like with many makeup, which like I don't wear normally. So it was very special to me to just get out of me, of Lily, and just like play another,
Another person, yeah.
yeah, another person. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I think that's the whole point of like, acting. It's just you
Yeah.
can switch up, and it must be so hard for like, what's his name again?
Johnny
Phoen-
Depp?
No, Phoenix.
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Exactly. And he did the Joker, and I saw that movie like bunch of times, and for sure like it was hard for him to film and to act because you're so into it, and it's like on many days of shooting, and it's just
You become that person.
Well, you're a
right?
method actor, right? Like
Yeah.
that's method acting. Christian Bale's done it.
Heath
Yeah.
Ledger.
Heath Ledger, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis is probably the most talked about actor who's made like I think 6 movies in his life or something.
Well, he's got 3
Yeah.
Oscar noms.
Gangs
I
in
think
New
he's won
York.
twice.
There Will Be Blood. Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
Nah,
haven't seen
maybe.
it? Is it good?
He did Lincoln.
Yeah.
He won. I think he won the Oscar for Lincoln.
Oh, but just imagine being nominated for
Imagine
an
being
Oscar.
that good. every movie you do is you're basically nominated or in talks to be nominated.
Which
right?
it's
like
prize would you like?
It's like Leo now, right? Like Leo, anything he touches, like is he gonna get nominated, or it's just gonna be a blockbuster? Like
who's Leo?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's our buddy. That's why we say Leo.
Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay.
But if you think about it, Leo plays like the reason he probably hasn't won for so long is if you actually look at the characters he plays, like he does them really, really well. But like how
not
hard
so
is it for
intense.
him to play the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah,
when
that one-
like Christian
yeah.
Christian Bale's out here starving himself for like
Yeah, but what about the one he did with the bear that he got nominated?
The
The
Revenant,
Revenant. Yeah. Shutter Island's got to be a pretty tricky one.
But yeah,
Kinda
it
cop.
wasn't like big
But, like,
big
that was
roles.
like a psychological one, right?
Yeah.
For him to play something like Titanic, hey, that's a fucking easy one for him to play. You just be
Well,
go be that handsome
easy.
You
guy.
guys
right?
want to know another fun fact? The Titanic they're building a live replica sized Titanic in Nova Scotia. That's like a full like reproduction of it. That's going to be like an entertainment thing, like has restaurants and like live music and stuff.
No.
Yeah, but it doesn't leave the shore. Like it's parked in Nova Scotia in the harbor.
For like
That I feel like that's not a magazine. That's not a tabloid.
No, I saw that in like some
Yeah.
in like one of my newsletters that I subscribe to. or
no
something.
one would get on it, I feel like, because people would be scared.
I know. I would.
You know what's crazy? The Titanic wasn't even the worst tragedy that happened. Like in that time frame, there was like 2 other ones that went down that were just
As big
way
as
more,
the
bigger,
Titanic.
bigger. Yeah.
For sure.
Bigger. Yeah, Danielle,
Oh,
look that up. There's a boat. I remember reading this in another probably newsletter that I saw that one of these boats that went down is like double the size, but just wasn't talked about as much because it wasn't as big of
Why?
like.
Well, Titanic was the first one that went from Europe to North America, right?
yeah, across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
There was also
Yeah.
another one that they built the same size and like same like a replica version, not replica, like a twin version of the Titanic that also sank.
No.
Yeah.
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 But they had cruises for a vacation.
No, the other one I think I can't remember where I read it
It's a
recently.
good thing we have someone that does this right here.
But it's gonna be hard to find. Like I don't.
But
Was it the
it-
Lusitania or is that something different?
But it's crazy though to
That's one. There's 7 of the world's deadliest shipwrecks.
Okay, what's the?
Titanic's not even on the list.
Yeah.
And another article says the world's worst cruise ship disaster
Okay,
is Titanic.
number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. So the world's
yeah,
okay.
like the more people dead, right?
the most, yeah, on a
Yeah.
cruise ship, yeah.
For sure.
I'm bringing some random ass facts today. Just guys, I'm gonna stop talking for a bit. Just ignore me. Oh,
The guys, yeah, with the news and
here.
stuff
Well,
like that.
no, we're on to that point. But I guess before we wrap up, I Don't Care or IDC.
Yeah, it's more IDC, but like people say I don't care sometimes. I mean, it depends. Like the title is IDC, but some people
Does IDC have a different abbreviation in French than English, or no? Is it like
Actually, that's one thing I did want to ask: making music in English as opposed to French.
Yeah.
What you like better? But I
Well,
didn't want to interrupt this IDC thing because I'm curious too now.
I mean, I used to do like music in French, but it's not my thing. Like I have very different vibes in English and French.
I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I just don't like French music.
I know that's gonna be disrespectful.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like
No,
French
but
music,
I
I just like the again, no offense to French people, obviously. But I just
Exactly.
don't like it.
Do you like Greek rap?
No, but like
See, I
I
do
like
because-
Spanish music.
but I don't like Spanish rap, or not Spanish. I wouldn't like French rap, but I like Greek rap because I know the language.
Well, yeah.
and that's the thing against the language. If you knew what like they're saying, I don't love like Greek rap music, but it's cool to listen to because like, oh, I get what they're saying here. It's like
Exactly.
it's clever.
And like I said, the goal, I think, for a lot of artists is to pass on the emotion in the song. So if you don't understand what they're saying,
anything.
I mean, but I do get it. I mean,
But even some K-pop songs, like I listen, I'm like, I don't know what they're saying, but like this is catchy. I like
it's a
it.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard a French song. Actually, I lied. Allons danse.
Alors en danse.
Was it? Was it called?
What?
Alors en danse.
You don't remember that one?
You're probably.
Oh my
What
god.
did you say
What
again?
did you say?
I said it right, no? Just not as French. Sorry, I don't say it like Daniel Galarno.
Alors on danse.
Yeah, that song I like. Actually, I guess I do like.
Do you
one.
know
Yeah.
what like? Doesn't Celine Dion ever sing anything in French?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Pour que tu m'aimes encore.
I don't know what song that is. Do you know the song?
That's her, right?
And I've seen Celine Dion live.
We've seen, but she sings in French a little bit, I think. And Celine
No,
Dion.
that's not her. J'irai chercher ton.
Danny, does Celine Dion have any bangers?
Whatever
in
that
French?
words were, type that because I don't know what words they were.
Well, Danny speaks French. She's a
Yeah.
a Francois.
What do you
Is
call
it
them?
Celine Dion
Wait,
song?
A Francois.
no. What do you call people from?
Yeah.
Oh, Quebecois.
For sure,
Say-
you know that song. It's for sure you know that song.
What
Porque tu m'aimes encore. If I sing it to you, you're gonna recognize it for sure.
Maybe.
For sure. J'ai recherché ton âme dans les froids, dans les flammes.
No.
Pour que tu m'aimes
I know that part.
I don't know it.
I don't know it.
You know it?
Does she have songs in French? What?
Celine Dion, yeah.
Yeah.
I know she's French.
Yeah.
She's Quebecois.
She's Quebecois.
Quebecois.
Yeah.
I have aunts, I guess cousins now too, but my aunt is a Quebecois.
Is it Quebecois?
Yeah.
I like it when
I
you
love
say
when he
like
says
Quebecois.
like how Ricky
Quebecois.
says it. Yeah, it's Quebec.
Quebecois,
Isn't it
you
Quebecois?
know?
Not Quebec.
Well, Ibiza, same shit.
I mean, well, not really. Like they're different. Like you said. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Semantics.
Quebecois.
No, we're not in free, you know.
Anyway.
Mexico. No, it's not the same thing. But yeah, no, French music is, I think it's more like difficult to, you know, for people to like it, you know. And English music is more like worldwide, which is the direction that we're going right now. So we're pushing more like in English. And I've been singing in English my whole life. It took me like a lot to sing in French. Like my dad had to convince me because my dad is also my manager, so it took a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big Beatles fans, you know, Queen, Led Zepp, you know, it's
A lot of the old school stuff.
well, I grew up with that kind of music, you know. So Nirvana, I mean, going to kindergarten with my dad, I was 3 years old and we were listening to Nirvana songs. I was 3 years old and I was like, can we go and see like Kurt Cobain show? And my dad was like,
You're 3.
well, we can't. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, he's in the sky. And I'm like, what? What do you mean he's in the sky? And I was like traumatized. I was so sad that I could never see him like live. But you know, he's an amazing artist though.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So yeah.
Before we wrap up, what's next for you? What's the rest of the year look like?
Well, I mean, my next single is coming out by the end of July. And after that, we're going to have a next single coming out in September. And after that, the EP would be, it's going to be out in November.
Oh, exciting.
So yeah, I'm very excited. We've been working so hard on that EP. And like I said, I literally put my whole heart in that EP, and I cried a lot during like making that EP. And yeah, it's a different Lili, you know. It's not the same as before, and I think to see me evolve like that is what I like best about that EP. So I'm very excited to just see the reaction of, you know, people listening to it.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
No, of
It's
course. Thanks for joining us. If people want to find out more about you, your music, what you're doing, where can they go? How can they find you?
You know, classic on Instagram, TikTok, on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Go see my video. We're actually shooting my next video tomorrow.
Wow.
Exciting. In
Yeah, in Toronto. Like,
Yeah, what's your handle? Where are they going to find you?
Lili-Ann de Francesco. Yeah.
On
not
all
just
platforms.
Lily. You need to type Lili-Ann de Francesco. You got to type with the Italian side in you.
Okay.
And you're going to find me for sure.
Perfect. Well, we'll
But-
post everything in links. And Lily, thanks for joining us, man. This was awesome.
Thanks to you, man.
Perfect. Sign off, pals.